Welcome to Girl Talk. If you're in the mood for summer and you haven't gotten enough, you got to stop into this gorgeous set here at Odana Antiques. It is stunningly beautiful.
It's
and
lovely.
Beautiful colors.
It always is. Yeah, she does an amazing job when you first walk in. You're immediately entranced and drawn to different things. You can't help it.
No, you really can't. And we're going to talk about several things later in the show about some of the most unusual items in store right now.
That's always so much fun.
Oh, it really is.
To
and they have some
explore
good
and
ones.
find something. They do.
Some of my favorites.
We're kind of talking back to school.
A little bit of back to school, yeah. And believe it or not, they're planning ahead for fall here. So if you're over summer, obviously there's some gorgeous summer items, but they are already looking ahead to fall. So we'll find out about some of those items too.
Some ideas, I think, for like your dorm room or something like that, perhaps?
That too.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Something for everybody in every age group, it sounds like.
You got it. On another back to school note, if you're getting your kiddos ready for back to school, we're going to tell you where to go get them all ready for day one, right? I mean, you got to have it all. I just remember going back to school and
you got to have the outfit, you got to have the haircut, you got to be totally ready.
Forgot about the books and all that.
Yeah, the important stuff, right?
That's stuff you don't need.
Oh, can you remember planning for your first day of school outfit? It
Of
was
course.
big stuff.
I'd be so nervous because you don't want to wear something that somebody else is going to wear.
Right.
So you want to be unique enough, but you don't want to be too crazy.
Or something that was too last year.
Right. You got to
Really
be
good
totally
point.
new.
Yeah. So we'll talk a little bit about back to school haircuts as well, because you got to be on point in the hair department. So Blow Dry Style Lounge is joining us, and they've got some great things going on. Now, we're going to throw back to our very first episode coming up after the break. I may or may not remember. I wonder if you ladies remember, but we had the Wisconsin Women's Business Initiative Corporation. I got it all out.
Coalition?
Corporation.
Okay.
So Janet does not remember. She failed in the quiz on our very first episode, and they're coming back today. They help women who are in business, who are into a startup potentially, who are learning about maybe writing a business plan. They have so much that they cover, a really interesting organization. They're going to talk about education as a whole.
It's for guys too.
It's for guys too. But
Guys
wait,
too.
there's
Back
more.
to school for all of us.
That's going to be coming up next on Girl Talk. Stick with us. We're here at Odana Antiques, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Girl Talk. If you're wondering what this gorgeous set is, we are here at Odana Antiques having a lovely time. In a little while, we're going to talk to Sue Duncan, owner, and she's got all kinds of fabulous things in store for us to learn about.
I feel like we're at a little garden party.
Oh, isn't it lovely? Speaking of women in business, we are joined now by Andrea Hughes, who's with the Wisconsin Women's Business Initiative Corporation.
Breathe.
I got it, but you also call it
WWBIC, yes.
That's so much easier.
Much easier.
So she's with WWBIC. We've got Andrea here. Now, they do all kinds of wonderful things for women in business startups, and there's so much to cover. We're not going to be able to cover it all, but we're going to focus today on education courses because there are lots to offer. So tell us about those.
Well, as you were saying, WWBIC, we call it that because it's long for one reason. And also 30% of our clients are men, so the guys are welcome. It's just that we like to focus a bit on the women. But when we talk about the classes, a lot of people think, and we do work really hard to help people with small businesses, so we've got lots of classes in the small business realm, starting your small business, business planning. But I wanted to also mention that we have a lot of classes in financial capability. And that's everything from estate planning, thinking about retirement, doing budgeting, doing identity theft we even have down at the library. So it's a plethora of classes, even encore entrepreneurship, turning your hobby into a business. So it's kind of a wider range maybe than what some people would think.
You don't have to be a small business owner.
No, you don't have to be a small business owner to enjoy some of our classes, correct.
Wonderful. That's the American dream, too, turning your hobby into your business.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
I know someone who did that sitting next to you.
Well, this is with my next question. I don't have any time to come in. Do you offer them online, these classes?
Yep, we have classes online, live online, so you can have the webinar type of a thing. Then you ask questions, and that's kind of live. But then we also have them recorded, so on demand.
Nice.
So,
Awesome.
once you've put the baby to bed, you got your little soda, babies, then you can sit back and watch them when you want them. So
Oh my gosh, how
convenient.
fabulous.
That's nice. Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know, do you have seasonal offerings? For example, do you have things right now that you don't typically offer throughout
Yeah,
the
we
year?
kind of go by semesters. So each semesters we have our core classes, but then we always change it up. And some of the ones that we're doing this semester, we're doing one on trademarking, which is a little more focused in terms of what you're talking about on businesses. But then we also have, like I mentioned, the identity theft one. And then we're introducing a new one that is strong coffee, strong women. So we're inviting women from the area that are business owners to come, and in the morning we're going to have coffee. The first one that we're going to do in September, we're talking to some of our chocolatiers in town, so we're going to have coffee and chocolate at that one, so that'll be fun.
Doesn't get better, does it?
You had me at coffee, and now I'll be there. Let's talk a little bit about, too, for some of our bilingual viewers. Now, there's actually a growth of Hispanic women in business.
Definitely.
Do you offer any of these classes in Spanish?
We do. We have a program called Comienzos, which we work with the university and the Latino Chamber to offer these classes in Spanish. And again, it's all kinds of classes. It's the classes in business startup, and then also some of those financial capability classes, just the general classes.
Wonderful.
So yeah, that's great.
And then real quick, are there, and if so, are there any costs associated with these classes?
Most of the classes are free, especially the financial capability, the estate planning, the identity theft, all of those are free. And then sometimes there's a nominal charge, $15, $25. Now, some of our classes that go for 8 weeks where you're doing your whole business planning class, those have a little more fees to them. But so there's a range. And we also have scholarships available. So we have sliding scale depending on your income, and we have payment plans. So we just try to make it work, however.
We only have a couple seconds left. Where are these classes held?
Mostly, they're held at the libraries, they're held at WWBIC. We also hold them at some of our clients, like for example, we have one at Synergy that's an incubation type of organization where small businesses can come in and just rent a desk. So we have them all over.
All over.
Yeah.
Better look online then to
Yeah.
see where.
Right.
Okay.
Lots of opportunity online, as you mentioned. So thank you so much, Andrea Hughes with the Wisconsin Women's Business Initiative Corporation, or better known as WWBIC. We're going to be back with more Girl Talk. We're here at Odana Antiques. Stick with us. Welcome back to Girl Talk. You may recognize this space. It is stunningly beautiful. We are here at Odana Antiques in just this gorgeous, gorgeous place.
You might recognize these faces too.
Some gorgeous faces, and it just so happens we're talking beauty. So what a beautiful segment we have going on today. But this is Sesha and Amanda there from the Blow Dry Style Lounge. We got the big wigs here today, the manager and the assistant manager. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
Good. Well, okay, if you haven't been to the Blow Dry Style Lounge, first of all, it's a large space. You offer a large array of services, of beauty services for you ladies out there and for men. Today we're going to talk a little bit about back to school. So we're going to cut to the chase and ask about specials for August because we really like to dive right in. So tell us what's going on this August.
So basically we want to just kind of help moms out, parents in general. Sorry not to X out dads, you're important too. But basically, you know, just kind of assist in just bringing a discount and having them have the, you know, wonderful salon experience. So we're doing kids cuts, and basically 14 and under, you know, you can come in and get a discount and, you know, get both of them in if you can at the same time. We book out, you know, pretty quickly, so we just want to honor those and make them special so that we can get them in soon.
So just put it on your list. You're going back to school, got to get your back to school supplies and a good haircut. How long does this offer last? Because school starts, I think you were thinking around September 1st, right?
Yep, right around Labor Day usually starts. So just come on in anytime before then, even up to a week after school. If you still need to get a haircut, just, you know, bring your kids in and get a cut.
Yeah.
Awesome. But I don't want to go back to school. Do I have to? Oh, I don't have to go back.
I'm so glad we don't have to.
Let's and So for parents who are coming in, I just want to mention too, do they have to, is that just the special that's going on, or do they say something specific about
Yeah, how do you claim your
Just say back to school special, because we do want to honor that parents are really tuning in. They're trying to find out what's going on in the community and in what we're doing at our salon. So we do want to note that as well, and to say back to school so we can honor those price points.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like it.
And refresh me, what was the age? Is there an age limit?
Just, 14 and under is what we're honoring. Yeah,
Yeah. And it's a nice space. I mean, you guys always make it so fun. You've got music going on. It's a beautiful salon, TVs. So I don't know, a good place for the kiddos to come hang out for a little while.
It's a nice experience for them. You know, it's a full service salon.
Yeah, and there's also really a full service beverage menu too for mom and dad. So
and kiddo.
Yeah, we do have
That's
kids.
true. Yeah.
Adult beverages as well as kiddo beverages.
Well, they're relaxing, so yeah.
So back to school being such a busy time, and you guys really stay pretty busy. So how far out do people need to book? Is this something that's filling up pretty quickly?
You know, if you do call between like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we can really get you in. And I think being that it's summer, we do kind of urge parents, take that time out now. You know, our weekends we do book up fairly quickly, but we can get you in sooner or later. But I would definitely say during the week time is your best bet.
Absolutely. Well, they're not back in school yet, so you can get them in there during the week.
And when you make that call, you probably get Amanda, right? You usually are the voice on the other end of the line when you call during the day.
Put a face to the voice today.
Yes, I'll be there during the day, and then if you want to come in on a Monday for early bird special, I do offer spray tanning for $10 on Mondays.
That's incredible for spray tanning.
$10 for a spray tan?
And this is not a machine,
like a booth.
Right, like you stand in and a booth sprays you. This is a person giving you a spray tan to work for your skin type.
It's a lot of fun. You feel beautiful and sexy, and then you just want to keep coming in to get them. So why not get them on a Monday for $10?
It is really nice. Get rid of that Wisconsin white that I have probably happening now. But really fun. And I have to mention, your lashes, I don't know if you can see from this far away, are so stunning. And you guys do lashes too.
Yes, we do them at the Blow Dry Style Lounge, and Josiah is amazing. She actually did these. So.
Josiah is your girl.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, lots of wonderful things for back to school. Great spot for the whole family to go. Everything from haircuts to nails to spray tanning to even lashes. These guys can have massage too. There's so much to talk about. We don't have time to talk about it all, but thank you for sharing some of it with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Sesha and Amanda from the Blow Dry Style Lounge. We're going to be back. We've got more Girl Talk for you here at Odana Antiques, so stick with us.
Welcome back to Girl Talk, and the moment you've all been waiting for. We are at Odana Antiques off of Odana Road, and we're joined now by Sue and Carly. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Well,
Yeah, right. Thank you. And so this set you have set up here is just gorgeous. So we kind of all blend well into the colors, I think, as well. It reminds me of like a garden party.
That's what we were going for.
So we're going to have to stay here. So if you want to come shop, all four of us will be sitting right
Can we
here.
have somebody serve martinis?
Oh,
that'd be
sounds
nice.
lovely.
That's the kind of garden party I want to go to.
Wait, I shouldn't say that yet.
Yeah,
No,
right.
back in a couple months.
So Sue, wanted to start off with what's new here at Odana Antiques.
Carly?
What a lot of people don't know is we're very seasonal. So we're starting to move into fall, which means plaid, those warmer brown, dark brown colors, and more hunting instead of fishing things.
Ah, okay.
It's so interesting how far ahead of the curve you need to be in a retail setting. I mean, that's really interesting because we're thinking summer. It's hot outside. We're in this gorgeous summer set, but you're already getting ready for fall. So I think that's really interesting how
And that's
quick it
really
comes.
driven by the customers, actually.
Is it?
Every year we have people start asking in early October about when Christmas is coming.
Wow, people are early.
I suppose they're planning ahead of time, trying to plan the changes they're going to make to their spaces.
That's so smart. Yeah, and stuff comes and goes so quickly here. You got to be on the ball.
Yeah,
You do.
But okay, so we're gonna cut to the chase. We always ask about the hot sellers. We're gonna get it out right now. What are the best sellers?
Well, not what you would think. We are doing a lot of records, believe it or not, and they are looking for early rock.
Okay.
We are still doing a lot of windows of a variety of different kinds. A lot of UW memorabilia and other sporting goods. We've got a great sport dealer who deals in sports memorabilia. Art is still hot, jewelry is still good. Cast iron, believe it or not, we're selling a lot of cast iron frying pans and griddles. And
I would never
mid-century
think
modern.
to come look for that here, but it makes sense.
It does, and the old stuff, the Griswold, the Wagner, is much, much,
Right.
much sturdier and better made than a lot of the newer stuff.
And you can probably get something that's pretty seasoned, right?
Yes.
So then
Yes.
it's supposed to work better.
Yes.
Is that right when it comes to
Yeah,
cast
no,
iron?
you're on it. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's kind of coming back for cooking. We spent so much time having the newer surfaces, but they're not as safe and the food's not as good.
Right.
So
Right.
interesting. That's
Right.
a whole other show, but that's an interesting
Right.
Yeah.
side note. And
cool.
the jewelry here, oh my gosh, is so stunningly
We've got
beautiful.
some really nice pieces.
Yeah.
Such beautiful
Absolutely.
stuff. So what do you say to people who come in and say, oh, I don't like antiques?
Well, we have that happen a fair amount. They walk in
Yeah.
the door and they say, oh, I'm here because my husband, brother, sister dragged me. I don't like antiques. And then they say, but I like that.
Right?
And I kind of like that.
There's
So
something here for everybody.
There is, and there's a lot of people believe that antiques means, what you would picture George Washington sitting on a really fancy little settee, drinking out of a very pretty china cup.
Yeah.
And a lot of dark wood, lace, and cut glass. But we are so much more. And even if you look at the popular TV shows, American Pickers, Flea
that
Market
show.
Flip, all of those shows are focusing more on architectural and industrial and repurposed. And the 50s, like your dress is inspired by. So there's a lot out there if you broaden the definition of what antiques is.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's becoming such a beautiful way to integrate into, a home space, your living room or really any room, dining, to have, even if you have newer items, to have a few of those vintage pieces or antiques, because it just brings so much more character to a space in a world with so much mass production. It just is so nice.
Yeah.
And not only character, but it really is good for recycling and reuse.
Yeah.
It's very green to buy antiques.
Good point.
Yeah, good point.
Really good point.
Yeah.
And along those same sort of stereotypes of maybe antiques aren't for me, and then they come in and sure enough they are, let's talk a little bit about the customer base, because you do kind of think, who's your customer? Is it the older adults? Is it becoming everybody?
It's becoming everybody. Everyone goes to different things, so we have a wide range of items and we have a wide range of customers.
And on a weekend in here, you'll typically see a number of people under 30. They're looking for records mid-century. You'll see people between 30 and 50. They're looking for things for their home. You see older people. Sometimes they're looking for more traditional things. But some of my older couples are buying, name brand mid-century pieces that they can't find anywhere else. And I actually credit your show a lot for helping with that, because you helped people see that it's not just all lace and cut glass and walnut.
Awesome. Yeah, it's such a beautiful store. And Janet's often saying this when she's not in here, obviously, right now, but it's not a place that you have to almost bring a friend, because there's so much to look
share.
at, and you want to show it off. Like, oh, look at that, look at that. When you come by yourself, you're, oh no, I'm not with anyone.
Right,
I want to show someone that.
How cool is this piece kind of
it's
thing?
so fun
Right.
to come in.
I know you guys mentioned too that people under 30 coming in. So do you guys have stuff too for dorms or maybe that college demographic too?
We have furniture in almost every price point, up to, a couple $1,000s a piece.
Sure.
So if you're looking for something for your first apartment, you're going to find something that you can keep for your first home and keep for after that. We do have and for a dorm room, I saw a really cute college student buy this great 1960 coffee pot with bold, bright flowers all over the sides of it. She said it'll just add a little pizzazz. So there really
That's the
is
perfect word.
pizzazz. And it doesn't, you don't have to spend a fortune. A lot of people walk out of here and they haven't spent $30, but they've got something fun and cute.
True, and I decorated my apartment with things mostly here. And what's also great is that they're much better made than most things are today. So if you buy an old dresser, just a simple dresser, it doesn't really have any, things that will tell you what decade it's from.
Sure.
But it will last, and you will be able to have that dress for many years.
Made with a different type of quality.
Right. And if you get tired of it, chalk paint it.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can always make it new again.
Right.
Let's talk about unusual items before
Okay.
we go.
Okay, a couple of them. Let's see, we still have the really tall birds from the hardware store or sporting goods store. They're about 3 feet tall. We have a chair in the shape of a hand, which is a
love this
must-have for
chair.
your first apartment.
It's so cool.
What else? What am I missing?
We have the store display scooter.
We have the store display scooter from 1960. No motor, but it's a cute little Vespa that would have been on display. And I'm trying to think, and a couple other bizarre little trinkets here. They're a really cute little pail from Disneyland from 1949 that says Disneyland on it with all the little ducks.
So this makes me not want to throw anything away because I think it's going to be really cool in like 50 years.
Yeah.
That's so true.
But I'm a pack rat, so I can't do that.
Or just don't store it and have someone else do it and come here and get it.
Just
that
come to
hand
Odana
chair
Antiques.
is like the coolest thing. I love it.
Well, wonderful. Thank you both for being here today, Sue and Carly. Thanks
you.
again, and thanks for hosting us today.
Our pleasure.
And thanks for watching Girl Talk. You can find us next time only on Channel 57.